Hey there, it's nice to see ya. Today I'm going to be showing you some of my own personal art and drawing journey, and by some I mean as much as I can fit into about 10 minutes of footage. I've been drawing for about 5 years, so there's a lot to cover. I'm going to get into how I started drawing, what inspired my art style, and as well as how I like to draw traditionally versus digitally through a couple of speed paints. I really hope you enjoy the video. I believe my art journey started about my junior year of high school in 2018. My first sketchbook was given to me about 5 years ago from my grandma. It was basically the back half of an old notebook that she didn't really need anymore. And then I began working on referencing some of my classmates' sketches as a starting point. After watching her draw faces for a while, I decided to give it my best shot. During my senior year of high school, I met the coolest art teacher I have ever had to this day. She and I bonded over our love of art, anime, and a certain type of music called Vocaloid. 2019 was the year I really started to realize my love of drawing and art. While trying to find my art style and what felt comfortable to me, I watched a lot of animation memes from artists that I had found on YouTube, mostly when it came to eye design and poses, and I tried to use those styles. After I graduated high school, I made a bunch of random stuff here and there. I also enjoyed going back and finding my old art from my first sketchbook or drawings that I had made prior and giving them revamps each year to see how much I've progressed. This is probably the part that I am the most excited to show you. This was a pause to make your own OC challenge that I did digitally first a while back. This character I ended up naming Damien. This drawing gave me a bit of trouble. This footage is sped up so much that it is now about roughly 4 minutes, and the original footage was an hour and a half. I have come to realize that I rely a lot on the symmetry tool when it comes to digital drawing, because these eyes took so many tries. Because this project was initially done digitally, I had a sketch done off to the side. But these ears, both digitally and traditionally, gave me so many problems because I knew what the hair was supposed to look like later on, and I just wanted it to look nice with the hair, and it was not happening at all. I was having so many problems with it, but it was nice to have that sketch off screen because I'm not very good at drawing hair, to be honest, at least when it comes to volume. So it was nice to have that sort of template to help me out there. I have found that even if it's not a prompted sketch or prompted drawing or character, I tend to draw more fantasy characters rather than actual humans. But I was really excited to draw this one because I haven't really drawn a proper character that has vitiligo, and I was very excited to be able to finally use this. I'd wanted to do this idea before, and I was extremely excited. Initially, when I started drawing him, His outfit was supposed to have sort of puffy sleeves and overalls, but first of all, I'm not that great at drawing clothes yet, and second, if he had puffy sleeves, it wasn't going to show the vitiligo on his shoulders, which is something I really wanted to show, as well as his fluffy arms and just overall look of huggableness. And I decided to opt for a tank top and overalls instead. Now, as every artist out there that draws OCs knows, what good OC is complete without some form of trauma or scarring? Not this one, but I think that he has the most scarring I have ever done. Not only that, but I think his design is the most complicated in terms of original characters that I have done, even more than Glitch, which is a pretty detailed design. I originally was going to color this picture, but I decided not to in the end because, first of all, I didn't have the proper colors, and because he has so many details, I decided that the best idea would be to just sketch it. During the pandemic, I had a bunch of note cards lying around from school supply shopping, and I had been running out of large paper, so I started drawing on note cards instead. I found note cards to be a comfortable size when it came to drawing eyes and most other random art ideas that pop into my head. Typically, I wouldn't draw on larger pieces of paper or in big sketchbooks unless I had a fully fleshed out drawing plan or if I wanted to be able to include a lot of detail. The best examples that come to mind when I say fully fleshed out plan are my original characters, Glitch, Theo, and Leo. A while after getting my first smartphone, I found a popular digital drawing app called Ibis Paint in 2022. Some of my first attempts were rough, to say the least. When I was just starting out, I drew a lot of eyes because that's what I was comfortable drawing. And after a couple months of using only my fingers to draw on my phone, I decided to get my first official drawing stylus. A while later, I took to Pinterest, as many other artists do, and tested out a bunch of random things. Sometimes it was trying out new lighting techniques, and sometimes it was using free-to-use bases for my characters. I even spent some time making matching profile pictures for my boyfriend and I to use. I still use Ibis Paint all the time, often weekly or sometimes even daily for my own personal projects. A lot of my smaller personal projects are made using images from an avatar making website called Picrews, and using slightly different images of the character I've made to create an edit to pair with a certain audio clip or just to make the character blink after turning the animation into a GIF file. The last thing I would like to share with you is a digital speed paint of the goat character I drew for you earlier on paper. The digital version actually came first, but I had wanted to draw him on paper for a fun little challenge. And now you're all caught up on my 5-year art journey. I really had a lot of fun with this project, getting everything recorded and being able to pull out all my old art to show somebody. I've never had the opportunity to show somebody the entire process of how I've gotten where I am today. And I definitely got hit with waves of nostalgia wanting to draw some of my old characters digitally now. But with all of that being said, I wanted to thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your day and listening to me ramble about my passion. And I really hope that I will continue to grow as an artist and learn new skills. And I hope you'll be here for it. See you later.